if you make a promise to yourself, you better keep it. Because if you're keeping other people's promises that you make to other people, but you don't keep yours, that is a big thing for me. But my vision is to be the most heart-centered brand, to provide experience, to fill the world with love, joy, and happiness.
What is up, Impact Heroes? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Rick Ornelas. Thank you for spending some time with us today because we know time's a valuable resource and we're going to make it worth your while. I appreciate each and every one of you, not just for listening, but for who you are. I know you're sparking change to make the world a better place every day, and I am humbled and grateful for your efforts. It takes all of us doing our part to spread positive change, and that's what this show is all about. Motivating you with stories of struggle, courage, and hope to empower you to make a difference in your life and the lives of others.
In case you missed it,
God gives you a really beautiful rear view mirror that you can see where his hands were the entire time. You're allowed to look back and watch where his footprints are. Forward, I have no idea.
available everywhere you listen to your podcasts.
Welcome back, Impact Heroes. Today we have the pleasure of speaking to our latest iSpark Chain social impact hero, and she is the special one. Our guest today wants to help you unlock your inner power, embrace self-love, and empower your voice. She's gone from feeling discarded, unfulfilled, and overwhelmed to being filled with confidence, love, and happiness, which she uses daily to leave a sparkle in others' hearts and memories. She has a radiance and beauty that embodies a unique combination of inspiration, love, empathy, and motivation. Her principles of believe, trust, love, hope, and the belief that there is good in all people guide her actions and approach to everyone she encounters. She's a mindset cultivator, heart connector, and transcendent catalyst with a huge heart, who's a certified mindfulness teacher, master NLP practitioner, and a life and executive business coach. She's a humble and empathetic leader who is always looking to bring value to herself and others as she does so as the founder of Self-Love Ignites Me, being a TV host, TV producer, international best-selling co-author, and an inspirational speaker. So please welcome the compassionate, transformative, and confident founder of Diamond Beauties Forever, who loves to dance and walk on sunshine, Sanet Van Breda. Sanet, welcome to the iSpark Change podcast.
I love it.
I've got your theme song playing, your favorite.
You've got my forever song, my beautiful Rick. Oh, wow.
I just can't wait till the day when you knock on my door.
Oh, wow. I love it. I've got goosebumps.
Here it comes.
Here we go. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa.
All right, so hopefully that makes you feel good.
Oh, wow, amazing. So today, that is my 5th time I've danced to my song, but I have met other ladies and one gentleman, and I danced with their forever song. So I have danced in total 15 times.
15 times today.
And it's just after 4 o'clock here in South Africa. So
Oh, that is fantastic. So it's 9 a.m. in the morning. That is the first time that I am dancing for today. I don't know if I will get in 15 times for the day like you, but it's still fantastic. So I'm so glad to be able to dance with you first thing in the morning, or not first thing in the morning, but early in the morning for me. And I'm so glad to be your 15th dance of the day.
Yes. Thank you, my beautiful Rick.
Yes. So you and I, we connected earlier this year through another group that we're both in, the CLA. And I have to say that when you asked me what my forever song is, and I gave you the wedding song for myself and my wife, Always and Forever. And then we came on our first call, and you played that, and you asked if we could dance. And I was so surprised because I had only danced one other time on Zoom, and that was for this meditation thing that I was doing, and our instructor had us dance, but it wasn't something I had ever done. And I have to say that I love your energy. I love how, full of life you are, and how you love to dance.
Thank you, my beautiful Rick. So I have done so many coffee dates. And then with all the dates I asked normally, what is your forever song? And I dance. There is here and there people that don't know their forever song, that have too many songs, but I cannot narrow it down. And then I will ask, go back into your youth. What is the song that you will remember? So a lot of people will remember then something that happened in their youth, and that makes them happy. Then we will dance on their forever song.
Yeah, it's so true, because you remember, songs when you were back in, in high school, or, earlier in school, or when you're young. That's a great thing to think of, because I know I have probably thousands of songs in my head, but it's a matter of, what one really gets you going. And yours is great. Walking on Sunshine is really great, because that's one that can definitely get you going.
Yes. So my beautiful one, my Walking on Sunshine, God have given me, because a day on a beach in New Zealand, the 6th of April, 2019, I could not get to the cave. Our family we were from the car park to the cave. It was 3 miles or 5 kilometers. My family were already exploring in the cave. I could not get there. I stopped so many times. I got no breath. At one stage, I thought I'm going to die. I thought my heart is going to let me go. And I remember that day, it was an overcast day, and I looked over the ocean. And I said to God, please, my beautiful Lord, what if my grandson asked me? My grandson's name is Zander, and because we speak in South Africa Afrikaans, Omi is a nanny, is the nanny for Afrikaans. And what if my grandsons say, Omi, why are you not in the picture in the cave? Then I would have said to my grandson, Zander, yeah, Omi is too fat. Omi is too fat. She could not get to the cave. So that day when I said it to me, and I still, if I remember that day, because Rick, that day saved my life. I asked God, please, can He not help me? I was on diets for many years, for 54 years. Wow. I lose the weight, I pick the weight up. I lose the weight, pick it up. Please, I will do anything. I will do everything if He can help me get to the cave. And then if He can help me lose the weight. And Rick, that day, the sun came out. It was beautiful. It hit my face, it hit my heart. I got to the cave. I got to the cave.
Oh, nice.
So I lost 165 pounds. And God was with me all the way. And walking on sunshine, on God's sunshine, that saved my life. And that's when He said to me, I must get it forever. So Walking on Sunshine was now the song that came to me. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, wow, this is going to be my forever song. Because, Rick, if I felt like a chocolate, especially the first 3 months, I will go and stand in front. We've got a big mirror in our bathroom. I will play my forever song on my cell phone. I will dance. And then I will ask myself, Sanet, do you still feel like a chocolate? Just once I said yes, and then I said to myself, my girl, no chocolate for you, dance on your forever song again. I danced 3 times until I came back to say, I'm okay. I'm not going to eat a chocolate. So my whole lifestyle change was purposeful, was intentional, and I use mindfulness every day. And the reason why my company's name is Self Love Ignites Me, and you know, Rick, my husband said, that's a stupid name. I said, but that's the name I want to do. I want to have Self Love Ignites Me. Because, Rick, if you think about it, Self Love Ignites Me spells slim. Yes,
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
have slimmed down. I've slimmed down. But in Afrikaans, slim means clever. I have used my mind to slim down. So when I explained that to my husband, he said, oh, you are very deep, my wife. You are very clever, you, my wife. I know. I know.
That's fantastic. So, well, thank you for sharing all that because I know we'll dive a little deeper into your journey, but I appreciate you kicking us off with relating it to how where Walking on Sunshine comes from and everything. So on our on this show, we feature individuals that we consider social impact heroes, those that are making a difference in the world, those that are inspiring others and sparking change, helping them to become better versions of themselves. So we consider you, one of the reasons we're having you on the show is because I consider you a social impact hero. But my question to you is, do you see yourself as a hero?
Yes. A heroine, because I am a woman. A
Sure,
heroine.
sure.
Yes, I do. For years, I didn't really speak up. It's particularly in Africa, women are really not allowed to speak up. So I got my voice 4.5 years ago. And when I went on my journey, it was the hardest thing I ever did. It was every day. You have to take it day by day. In the beginning, hour by hour, to make sure that you get past that hour and then the next hour. So it was really one of the, and I'm so grateful I came through it and I did it. Because if you can start believing in yourself, you can do anything. Mm-hmm. So 2.5 years ago, or 2 years, or August 2 years and 2 months ago, I started a beautiful group called the Diamond Beauties Forever. I wanted to create a platform where ladies can come and tell their stories. And through telling their stories, they can heal, and then they can be heard, and people will, I will say, loved. People loved. Love can be bestowed on them. But the other part of that is, if another lady listened to that lady's story, she will do a mind shift, because if that lady could come through this, maybe I can come through my story. Or if that lady could do this, maybe I must rethink my story. So it is like healing from everywhere. So I am a great believer in love. Love hugs. I am a hugger. I love dancing. I love hugging. I love to make people happy. So I am teaching ladies self-love and mindfulness, and also to have pockets of happiness during the day. So somebody asked me, a few people asked me, Sanet, but you're always so happy. I said, yes, I've got pockets of all sadness when I miss my grandchildren in New Zealand. I will have a cry. I will have a cry. I'm a Omi. I want to hug them, and I can only see them. Then I will go and put on my forever song, and I make myself happy. Or me and my husband have a fight. So I have a pocket of frustration, and then I will normally leave him where he is. I will go to the front and I will tell Alexa, come on, baby, Alexa, put on Walking on Sunshine, and I will dance. And then I will go down to where he is and I will go and kiss him on the forehead, or kiss here, because now I'm not cross with him. We said our piece and we are done now. So I've got pockets of that, but I'm mostly happy. So I wanted to teach the ladies, not just ladies, but mostly ladies. You can have pockets of happiness during your day. But what if I can tell you, my beautiful Rick, Yesterday is history. Yes, you can learn from it, but it's history. You cannot do anything. Tomorrow is a mystery because you don't know what's tomorrow going to bring.
Mhm.
But today is a gift. And wrap on your beautiful bow and make the best day of today. And if today is the best, tomorrow will be great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
that's what I have this, and then I created the same time I created the Power Hour show, but it was not a TV show. I've got now 4 TV shows, but not a TV
Oh
show.
my
It was
goodness.
just live on Zoom, and there I have brought in the lady the first time for 5 minutes. Because everybody says, no, I cannot speak in front of people. So I will look at their presentation in front of the camera and make that she is feeling good. And then she will practice her 5 minutes before the time with me. And then I will tell her, I give you your thumb of approval. We always had a joke. I give you your thumb of approval. You can be on the show. And then I will do a lot of advertising and I will promote her because I want to promote to see that you can be promoted, you can be all over because you are worthy of that. And then it's a lot of work for me, but I do it with all my love. And then this lady will come and do her 5 minutes. And then she feels she did it. And then I have another meeting with her, Rick. And then I will say to her, now, my beautiful one, it's time to come and do your signature speak. 20 minutes is now your time. And then some of the ladies still wants to have a practice, but most of the time, Rick, after that 5 minutes, that 5 minutes of being out there and telling their story, the ladies is like, I can do anything because it's also a self-belief in them because I did the 5 minutes. So now in March, up till March, I did both shows. And the second week in April, I only went to the TV show. So I asked the Diamond Beauties, my beautiful ladies, do you want us to do both shows? And most of them said no, they want a TV show because there is more exposure. But we still have once a month a Zoom session where the ladies will come and tell what was good last month and what goals have they for the next. And we dance a lot. But the ladies then will go on to the TV show and then they will come and tell their stories. And I have quite a lot of African ladies that we do the practice rounds and everything. But Rick, my heart overflows when we finish with the session, and you were with me with the last session as well. When I ask, how do you feel? That face, that body language of the ladies, it's priceless. It's that aha moment. I am so worthy to be on TV. That, my beautiful Rick, is my heart's point. It's just incredible.
Yeah, and that shows that you're making an impact and shows that you're making a hero. You know, sometimes I have to convince the guests that they are a hero or a heroine, but you know, I love that you believe that you are and that you demonstrated how you are being a heroine on a daily basis. So I want to go back to the beginning because I know one of the first things for you was to tell your story on YouTube. You know, you weren't sure about sharing that video. You had some family members that said, you know, I don't know about sharing that video, but you shared it anyways. So talk about what that was all about and how that really kicked things off for you, I guess.
So I went on a sewing camp in March, April, and I inspired the ladies tremendously. And I took beautiful videos and photos and I do a compilation and I just inspire. And then the lady said, please, can you start a YouTube channel? So I started a YouTube channel. And from my first videos, I actually took a video in front of a mirror. And I was telling the ladies that you are worthy. You are worthy of anything. And you are enough. And I knock on the mirror in my video. And I showed my husband and he said, wow, Sanet, this is a snot pot video. Nobody will watch this video. Just as my self-love ignites me. To take it off. So and I just decided, no, I'm going to leave it. I am going to do what my heart says I must do. And I am everything that comes my way, I know God have put it there. And I will ask God, is my beautiful, I call him also my beautiful Lord. Do I need to take the video? And I will get this warmth feeling in my heart and my stomach, and on the top. And then I actually went to my husband and I was like holding it. I said, no, I'm not going to take it off. And Rick, that video is doing so well. I think it's more than 800 views already. But I must just confess, after about 8 months, my husband went back into the YouTube channel and he saw the comments of the ladies and gentlemen on the video. And he said to me, we've got a thing here in South Africa. We say, if you want to say, I'm sorry, I'm going to swallow my words. Then you go like, and you swallow your words. So he came to me like, I said to him, why are you swallowing your words? He said to me, it's your snotpot video, Sanet. I am truly sorry to have told you it's a snotpot, but I didn't know better. And I said to him, it's okay, my husband. We are married for 33 years this year. I said, it's okay, my husband. It's not even a man thing. It's just okay. Because I cannot say, man, there is a lot of men out there that also needs to hear. They need to take care of themselves. Yes, you want to take care of everybody else, but you have to start with you first. If you love yourself unconditionally, you can love anybody. And the same with if you take care of somebody or yourself, you can take care of anybody. So yes, my husband had to swallow his words and he went.
That's fantastic, because that shows that he realizes the impact that you are making and on others, and that's the most obviously we want to become better, we want to improve on our own, but a measure of how well we're doing is oftentimes the reflection back on others. And so I know you've had an impact on so many others. How big is the Diamond Beauties group now? Because I know it grows every day.
Yes, we are 601 ladies at the moment. So I actually, the last 6 months, I took a few ladies off after telling them, after messaging them, sometimes voicemail them to say, ladies, this is an inspirational group. No product selling, no, just dumping your products there and you don't even come and comment or do something else, in the group. So I have took off 72 ladies the last 6 months, and wow. That was intentional because I was trying to let them see the light, if I can call it the light. But my beautiful Rick, we actually have started with the Diamond Moment magazine. So you were part of issue 1 because you gifted as a 2-year anniversary gift that you gave. So yesterday we released issue 2, and it's beautiful. So the ladies can also have, and even gentlemen, have also a platform to be able to give their voice and tell us. And can I tell you, Rick, a lot of ladies like, I never knew I'm going to be in a magazine. I did an article. This is just incredible. So not only do we have also a Mrs. Spots. When I came back from New Zealand, I was there for 3 months. I came back in beginning of March. There's a lot of loneliness around the world. And I do believe that's going to be a greater impact or epidemic going forward. And I know during COVID, a lot of people actually died alone, and people, they could not be with their families because of COVID. The thing for me was, I talked to so many ladies in the coffee chats, and there's a lot of lonely ladies out there. And not just, they are married, but they cannot tell their husband, I cannot do this, or I don't want to do this, because the husband will think that the family will fall apart. So I created Mrs. Spots. So we've got different ladies in the group that will be, like Beauty and the Beast, Mrs. Spots. We can have diamond tea parties. So currently there is one running now at the moment. We'll be having 7 ladies in future. And from January, we will have every day a half an hour diamond teapot party where any lady can come and just come and be yourself, even if you don't want to talk and just be there. That's what we're gonna do, because I believe everybody has to feel valuable, has to feel they belong to they belong to. So yes, it's the whole thing is just incredible, Rick, incredible.
So I know part of your purpose, Sanet, and I want to hear it in your words. Is about love, right, and helping others to to love themselves and everything. So, how would you define your current purpose, and then how has that evolved? So was that always a part of who you were, back before 2019, or is that something that has only evolved since then? So share that.
Okay. So I will say before and after, before 6th of April 2019, I always wanted everybody to be happy. That was still part of me. And I always wanted to love, make sure people will see that I give them attention. My husband always said, Sanet, you could have spoken to the janitor at this firm or to the CEO. The way that you treat people is always the same. And I love that, because I also give my full attention, listen, because you take the time to stand in front of or sit in front of me. I need to make sure that I am here with you in the present moment. Yeah. So that is still the same. But for me, knowing that I can do anything that I put my mind to it, that's a big thing. But Rick, the biggest thing is consistency. Because a lot of people, New Year, they've got New Year resolution, and I never stick to it. So that is one of the things that I want to teach, especially ladies, consistency. If you make a promise to yourself, you better keep it. Because if you're keeping other people's promises that you make to other people, but you don't keep yours, that is a big thing for me. But my vision is to be the most heart-centered brand, to provide experience, to fill the world with love, joy, and happiness. And that is part of my 2-year. I have mostly did my purpose and my vision about April 3 years ago. That's how it came. That's how I decided to do a Diamond Beauties Forever group. So I don't think I worked on purposes when I was before the time, but my values there's still a few values that I added, but excellence was always one of it. Stewardship was always one of it, because I believe you have to leave something better when you receive it for the younger generation. Mm-hmm. And respect was always one of it. So I've added a few extra now, gratitude and flow. I never knew this flow thing. And then I watched a movie from, what is that? I'm supposed to know it now out of my head, but now just thinking about it, Bruce Lee, mm-hmm. and he was studying Be Like Water. Yeah, my friend. Yeah, and I have read his daughter's book as well, and I could never understand this flow thing until I started to be in my flow, and wow, Rick, I am in my flow. I'm in my sparkles water. I know exactly what I want. So I've got a clear plan on what I need to do. I've got a vision board here in front of me. I don't know if you want to see, because I can switch the camera on. I've got my dream list here next to my heart. Here. I've got everything written down, 124 items. It's in my grandmother's handkerchief. I know exactly what I want, and can you hear the paper? Yeah. It's hard. That's why it's in my grandmother's handkerchief. And you will love it, because when I accomplish something, I mark it in yellow. 124 items.
That is a very full sheet.
124 items since my birthday, the 20th of June this year. And then what's on the list here, Rick, is there. So I'm going to quickly shift the camera so you can see.
Oh yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, you have definitely a clear picture, which is which is super important when it comes to accomplishing a goal. And I know you and I have talked about the consistency, and we've talked about, some of the other things that we talked about before. So share what's been the biggest challenge, because, in part of the hero or heroine's journey is that it's going to have ups and downs, right? There's going to be, the great times. And just like you said, in a day, right, you have pockets, but share what's been the biggest challenge over the past few years to honor that purpose, to, engage others in your mission, to do those things that we talk about, a hero doing. What's been the biggest challenge for you?
So I think the biggest challenge is with COVID, we got used to being online, getting gurus from all over the world to come and tell us their products, and they do sales, and they tell us how much money they make, and and then we all have dreams and we all want to do stuff, and then yes, it was quite a disappointment in the beginning, because when you put yourself out there on Facebook, you think, okay, the people will, the course is free. I've got an amazing monarch butterfly program. And now, ladies, I will have 50 ladies that will be joining this group, because the guru said you must just put yourself out there and the people will come. No, that's not working. That's definitely not working. I've got a few ladies that have now started their own courses in our amazing group, and I will tell Miss Sanet, thank you for telling us, because you have to, even if there's one person there, you have to continue what you're doing. So that was one of the things that was quite daunting for me. And also, when they do speak to you, they will give you some small thing, but you have to buy a program. So in the beginning, I did spend quite a lot of money with buying programs. And then when you're in the program, then you thought, okay, but maybe I'm not looking at it the right way, or maybe there's something wrong with me, because maybe other people will get it, but I don't get it. But I soon realized, 2021, I realized you have to do everything with your whole heart and with love. You cannot do it without heart. So every person I meet, everything I am doing is with heart. With love, that's the only way. And even if I have an encounter, I normally, you can feel if the person is just there for the sale, or is the person really wanted to give value. I don't mind if you want to sell, but hey, give value first. Let me see what is cooking in there, in your body, in your mind.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things. The second big thing for me was technology. Oh, Marique, I am 58. I can tell you now, I can do coding on my website. I can do a lot of things. I'm going to train the ladies now next week to do their own YouTube channel and start from fresh. I will help them. But my son called me technical disabled. I struggle. So there was a lot of research. There was a lot of learning on my side. Thank God for YouTube. Because I have to see to do. Mm-hmm. And every time God just puts, if I need to do something, He just put the right videos in front of me. And then I speak in Afrikaans. So I will say, I will show you, but I promise you I will translate. If, say, for instance, I needed this video and this is exactly what I need. I'm so happy, then I will go like this. Dankie, my lieve Jesus. So I say, thank you, my beautiful Lord. And I send them kisses, because this is exactly what I wanted. Now I don't go and search for that. I don't know what to search for. Mm-hmm. So technology was really a big thing. And also with all these apps and everything now, also with AI, if somebody can do something for a solo entrepreneur, because there's a lot of solo entrepreneurs in the Diamond Beauties, one system for everything. Wow, that will be amazing. But there is nothing like that, because I have searched for one system to do everything, because most of us is working by ourselves.
Yeah, yeah, it is a big challenge, and I know there's so much out there which can become daunting for your solopreneur. And there's a lot that listen to this program and that I've encountered in my days coaching as well. And luckily, there's people that, going back to your point, Sanet, there's people that are looking to provide value and that are looking to serve first, as I know you are. And the finances or making a business out of it, that will come if you do the first part. And I think that's really what's allowed you to grow rapidly, to grow your group rapidly, and will continue to grow. And that consistency too that you talked about is that a lot of individuals, they'll you mentioned how social media and the internet, that they'll lead you to believe that everyone has overnight success, that you just kind of snap your fingers in it, but it's not. It is a grind. It takes a long time of daily, hourly, consistent work, as I know you've put in, and that's what it takes. And you can't really let up. You can't really, take any days off. You have to consistently work at it. I know last week, we were on vacation, on holiday for 8 days, and this week I don't want to say paying for it, but I'm having to do a lot of catch up. I'm having to do a lot of catch up from being gone for that long, but it is necessary too for recovery. So what you mentioned, being able to dance, right? And that can get you back, having a good day. How are you able to lose the weight, right? Lose the 165 pounds. How are you able to lose that? And how long did it take?
So, Rick, I will tell you, it took me a little bit more than 2 years. I went to the dietitian. I went to the psychologist. I always have to try and pronounce the psychologist part right, because that PH, I've done it. And then I went to the doctor. I made a list what I needed to do. And then the doctor sent me to a specialist. So I went to a specialist to look at my thyroid, and he said to me, Sanet, your metabolism, that's the best I could pronounce it. I promise you, your metabolism is not working at all. You will have gone on hundreds of diets and you will lose the weight, pick up it's not working. So for the rest of my life, I will have to drink 2 in the morning and the evening, 2 pills to get my metabolism working, my thyroid working. Mm-hmm. The dietitian gave me a plan, 5 meals a day, and I am sticking to that. I call my whole approach, I call OMI and Zander plan, because in New Zealand, if your BMI is not 35 or less, you cannot get a permanent working permit. You cannot. Mm-hmm. Mine was 54.
Wow.
And then there's another restriction. If you're 55 and you don't have a work before your 55th birthday, you're too old. So first I was too fat, and I lost the weight in 2 months and about a month. Then I would have gone to New Zealand on the 12th of April 2020, and I would have started to work in a bank, because I was working in corporate all my life. I was in a bank environment here. So I knew one of the managers that was my manager in South Africa, and he said, Sanet, we will employ you. So I would have started to work the 1st of May 2020. And then on my birthday, the 20th of June, I was 55. So just understanding that there was no time to cheat, there was no time for doing anything, even eating in the quiet, because my dependency on seeing and hugging my grandchild every day depends on it. Because I saw him every day of his life until they moved to New Zealand. And they moved to New Zealand because there's a lot of security stuff happening in South Africa. And so we have a lot of people going out of South Africa because of that. And I know my children will never come back. Yeah, they will never come back. So for me, it was important to be there. My husband was too old, although he was just 1 year older than me, but he was too old to qualify. So I had to lose the weight. That was just, I didn't have a choice. And I think because of that, it made me more determined to stick and to do it. I'm doing this, but this is how I was. My why was big enough. I will do anything. I will do everything. And then COVID happened. So I tried to get on a flight before the borders closed on the 26th of March for New Zealand. And our borders closed on the 27th of March. But I could not get on a flight. So it was devastating because my daughter got a miracle baby. She lost an unborn baby here in South Africa due to violence. And then they told her she will never have another baby. And she got a miracle baby in New Zealand. And Zayden was born on the 29th of April. So I would have been in the 12th, and then my new grandson would have come. And then the 1st of May, I would have started. And then my husband and my son would come later on. But that didn't work like that. God had other plans. So for the first 3 months after my birthday, because now I could do something about the weight, but I cannot do anything about the age. The first 3 months was very hard for me. But I was so scared I'm going to pick up weight. I stick to my Omi and Zana plan. I want to be 120 years old. I've got 2 years to go. My grandson said, "Oh, Omi, are you going to have teeth?" I said, "Yes, my beautiful one." So for me, Rick, I will forever stay on my Omi and Zander plan. It's my meals, it's my exercise, it's my dancing, it's walking. I cannot do a lot of exercise because of my knees is with all the years of overweightness, my knees is not it's not good, but I can do walking, I can do dancing, and I can do sit. I can do a few things, but I cannot go, for instance, on my hands and knees. I cannot do that. I cannot. So, but my Omi and Zander plan incorporates everything. It incorporates also my mindfulness, my happiness, my everything. I have changed my color. I have changed everything. Because I totally believe if I wanted to do this and make this successful, I need to do everything different than I used to do it. So I changed everything. I even have this beautiful ritual going to shower. I will do dry brushing. So I don't know if you know what dry brushing is. Oh, wow. That's amazing because people don't know. You actually clean your body from the inside with your lymph.
You're cleaning the lymphatic system.
Exactly. And then I step into my shower and I call it my love talk shower. In that time I'm showering, I will not think about anything else. I will just spend time with my body. I will say thank you to my heart, thank you to my eyes, thank you to all part of my body. And then as soon as I step out, then if there's, I will then continue what I need to do. But my shower talk is my shower talk, and I'm very particular on that. If a thought comes in, I will say, I talk a lot to myself. I will literally say, I'm not going to entertain you now, but as soon as I am ready, you will come back to me and I will remember you. And then the thought leaves me. The thought leaves me, and then I can stay in my love shower talk, if I can call that. So I have got a lot of rituals that I've started to do.
Yeah.
I've got an amazing morning program. I've got an amazing evening program. And my beautiful Rick, I don't go to bed with my hat. But when my last thing I will ask, Sanet, did you leave your sparkle in somebody's heart and memory? In winter, I will do an air tick with my head. I will go like this. In summer, when my hands are outside, I will go, yes, I did. Because for me, leaving in a sparkle in somebody's heart in memory is important, because then you also show them they are important. When I was overweight, I had a lot of people that will just look at you and they will pull their face like this and they will not talk to you, walk away.
Yeah,
and
they're judging you.
A lot of people think when you're overweight, you are lazy. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you. I did 5 kilometers. I did cheat. And yes, somebody asked me the other day, Sanet, do you cheat? I said, yes. Sometimes I will feel like a packet of chips, but I don't eat a full packet of chips. I will take a small bowl and I will divide that small packet of chips into 3, make the smaller bowls, fill it up. I will have one. And then maybe if I feel like it again in a week or two's time, I will eat the other one. I will not eat a whole small packet.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done, and then Rick, I don't know if you know, you have to chew more than 28 times. That, Rick, it took 3 months to chew. Because your stomach doesn't have teeth. You have to use your teeth.
Yeah, I know that helps. So it's thank you for sharing all that, because you touched on a few things that are super important for our audiences to understand, is that your why has to be strong enough. You had a strong enough why, and I love the name for your plan, right? The Omi and Xander plan, because it reminds you of who you are and your grandson and everything. And then you have to create those habits, those rituals, those routines that are going to help you accomplish those goals. Because without that, everyone's willpower will fail over time at some point, and everyone, will have struggles. But if you have those routines to fall back on, then they're going to help, get you to the, to that goal. So I appreciate you sharing all that, because that's going to be very beneficial. And I know we could chat for a long time, but, we have to be cognizant of time for the audience. So I appreciate that you've opened your heart to the world. You've been authentic and vulnerable, which is, clearly one of the traits of a social impact hero. So where's the best place for our audience to connect with you, Sanet? Where can they learn more about you?
Thank you. So my business name is Self Love Ignites Me, but Rick, people cannot spell ignite, so we had to change it. So my beautiful Rick's audience, you are welcome to look for me at Self Love and the letter 4me.com. My website is beautiful. My husband is my website designer, and everything he's doing on it. And there's courses on there. There is the Forever Song process on there, and the magazine is on there. So just follow me there. And then my YouTube channel. I've got a lot of things on the YouTube channel. A lot. So yes, you're welcome to follow me, or on Facebook as well. But if you go to my website, Self Love For Me, you will have all those links that you can just click on, and it will take you to the links where you need to go. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So 2 quick questions that before we wrap up that I ask all my guests. And the first one is that a big part of sparking change are those spark moments that we've created that term. And a spark moment is something where someone else's actions had an impact on you that have a ripple effect that goes far beyond that initial act, and it has a positive ripple effect on you, or your actions did the same for someone else. So an example might be, when Xander, your grandson, when he spoke to you, that was a spark moment for you, on April the 6th of 2019 that made an impact, changed your life. So what would be an example of a spark moment that you've done for someone else, that you've impacted someone else that you didn't know at the time, but then later you've seen the impact that it's had on them?
Because I definitely, I was training somebody, or I can say training somebody she did the coach training, but she felt she was not good enough. And then I said, okay, you're gonna be my coach, and I will look and help you. So I showed her a few things, a few small things. But Rick, that small things have changed her life forever. The Forever Song process have changed so many people's life. I cannot tell you how many people come back to me and said, Sanet, your Forever Song process, because I'm doing an anchoring with it, saved my life. So that lady, the Forever Song process, and then I do every month a forgiveness ceremony. So I'm a full moon lady. So I love to, when it's full moon, my wish list for the month, I will burn and give to God. And then also if there's a forgiveness that I need to do, but the ladies do the forgiveness process. And my beautiful Rick, when we were outside, we were burning, and then we come inside. That change in those ladies' physique, because you can see they've left all their troubles. They have burned the letter and give it to God.
Nice.
That's amazing. And that I see, and then every full moon, afterwards, I just pray and say, thank you, God, for I'm so privileged to be Sanet and to be able to do your work with the ladies. So yes.
Yeah, those are lots of spark moments. Lots of spark
I'm
moments.
sorry, I had to call those three, but I had one individual, but I had to call the other two because I see it every month.
Yeah, which is fantastic, because you may see some of the initial impacts, but you may not ever know the greater impact that you're having, because those individuals will impact others and they'll pass on what they've learned and all that. And that's the beauty of a spark moment. So thank you for sharing all of those. So one final question, Sanet, before we wrap up, because our goal at iSpark Change is to positively impact 1 billion people over the next few years with our community and our future social impact, social media platforms. So within 5 years of launch of that, we want to impact 1 billion people. And we know we can't do it alone. We know we need the help of impactful leaders, heroes and heroines like yourself to show others the way, because many people feel, as I once did, that they're too small to make a difference. And, maybe you felt the same way. So I value your thoughts and opinions as a social impact heroine. So I'm going to ask you to peer into the future, peer into our crystal ball here, and tell me, what can the world become if everyone starts believing that they can change and make a difference?
So I'm now tearful. So the first song that came to mind was Imagine from John Lennon. Mm-hmm. Imagine all the people. Imagine, Rick, if people just love each other and care for each other. And if we can bring that, I don't want to say old school, because it's not even old school. If we can bring that tribe method back, that a community look after the children. And nowadays, this is for me a big thing also in the Dharma boot, is old people get thrown away because they're not useful. Have that embodiment of the wise counselors and go to them and make sure that they feel value and they don't feel old. And nobody is looking after them, and go to them. Imagine. Our children has got lots of grannies and grandpas that have got lots of knowledge and happiness. That's what I will imagine.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for the song, to use as an analogy and a guiding post of what that possibly could be, because it takes, people like you to imagine that and envision it to help lead others the way. So thank you for taking your time today to share your heart and wisdom with our audience. Sanet, you came in, you over-delivered, as I knew you would, and your passion, determination, and confidence are inspiring. You are humble, empathetic, and you lead with a heart of service and gratitude, which tells me you will continue to have success in all facets of life, and this is only the beginning of your social impact.
Wow, thank you. And if I can just say to you, my beautiful Rick, thank you for your service to the community, to your family, and may you go from strength to strength, and may God bless your socks off. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you so much, Sanet. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
All right, Impact Heroes, it's our stories that connect us all, and we loved hearing Sanet's today. Sanet Van Breda, you're not only an inspiring and amazing human being, you truly are an iSpark Change social impact hero. We'll see you all next time.
Do you want Rick to speak at your event? Here's what others have to say.
Did not know his story, and it was so inspirational, and his presence on stage, his authenticity was just incredible.
Absolutely loved his performance. Made me feel some type of way.
If you're looking for a speaker for your next event, hire Rick. I promise you this, you will not be disappointed.
Visit rickcornelis.com to book him today.
Remember, Impact Heroes, every positive action can be a spark moment that has a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the initial act. So go out there and spark change. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this episode, then please smash that 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. We value your comments and we want to hear from you in the community. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and we'll see you next week on the iSpark Change podcast.